Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming out to this great event today. This is a momentous moment where we're going to have a really unique agricultural product brought through the Rochelle Intermodal Transload Center. But I want to turn it over to the Regenified team. Ollie, kick us off.
Thanks so much, Jason. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. My name's Oliver James from Regenified. I've come all the way from Vancouver, Canada to be here today. This is a momentous day for us in Regenified. What Regenified, our mission is to transition the world's supply chain to regenerative. Now, we can do all the work that we want with growers and farmers of regenerative to help transition them to regenerative, and we can do all the work we want with brands to certify their products as regenerative. But it's the supply chain in the middle that connects these growers to the brands that is absolutely essential to this movement. Now, how the supply chain, as you know, works today, it's very difficult to know where certain grains and certain produce is coming from. And as a buyer of regenerative, you want to know exactly where your grains and where your food is coming from. So days like today and moments like this, where we can have a grower of Regenified grains meeting a buyer of these grains, and they can see how it's been loaded up at a facility, and this is very unusual. This is very unusual, and so happy to be here today to be able to watch it happen.
I'm going to turn it over to Greg.
Greg, I'm going to read some words that will summarize things up what we're doing here. Regenerative agriculture is a renewal of the food and farming systems that focus on the whole chain, from soil and plant health to animal and human health. The nutrient density of the foods we produce is directly related to the health of the soil. And this quote is from Gabe Brown, regenerative farmer and co-founder of Regenified. I am a Regenified certified farmer here in Stockton, Illinois, and we've been doing these practices for quite a number of years. Luckily, we did get certified. The grain that we're loading here today is corn. It's non-GMO corn that we've produced on our properties, our own land, and our rented land that we have from landlords. This is the first time that I've actually sold this amount of corn to a customer, basically across the country, that is going to take this Regenified corn and actually feed it to their Regenified turkeys. And then they will take that, their products, their animals and turkeys, and then feed the local communities in the whole country.
Jason?
Yeah, so our product.
Who are you?
So Jason Diestel Turkey Ranch from California. Came out here to look our farmer in the eye and know who we're dealing with and see what kind of partnership could be formed. And, you know, it really can't be done without the Rochelle Intermodal Transload Center, without partners like Regenified, and without partners like Dorsey Farms. You know, what I've seen out here is nothing short of amazing in terms of our farm day yesterday, the impact on the environment, the nutrition of the corn, and ultimately the nutrition of our product, our turkey. Once we feed out our birds, those birds will be distributed across the country to natural and organic retailers, coast to coast. Anybody that wants it can get it. It'll be available online, and it's a very exciting thing to have this connection, a very special thing, and a very rare occurrence.
Thank you, Jason. I'm Jason Anderson. I'm the Economic Development Director for the City of Rochelle and the Director of the Rochelle Railroad. You're standing here today at the Rochelle Intermodal Transload Center. This is a hub for freight to move anywhere in the world. We're here in the central part of the country, in the middle of corn and soybeans. This will be a major agricultural transload center, as we've seen today, or we're going to witness today, the beginning of a new era. where you don't have to take your freight into Chicago. You can bring it to an area where you're able to get in and out without congestion, get great access to rail service through the City of Rochelle Railroad, as well as the Burlington Northern Santa Fe and the Union Pacific main lines. So this transload center is just at its very beginning, and we are so proud to be a part of the Regenified corn project that's happening here today. And at this point in time, I'd like to turn it over to Mayor John Barrows, who's had a very integral part in the development of the Rochelle Intermodal Transload Center. Mayor Barrows.
Thank you, Jason, and good morning. Welcome, everybody. You know, 5 years ago when we were standing here, we were in the middle of a field. None of this was here. And when the Union Pacific closed Global 3, we saw the need not only for our local folks for transportation, but we saw the need regionally. When the Transload Center started, you know, we were happy to see that this is what could happen. Today, I'm extremely excited to say it's happening. And when you have two folks standing here from across the country that never would have met had we not had the ability to be a part of a regionally distribution system. And Rochelle, being in its unique position of both mainline railroads, we can cover anything. And I'm just very happy, you know, today didn't happen without the work of a lot of folks. And a lot of those folks were not only our local Gredco group, the Greater Rochelle Economic Development Corporation, the City of Rochelle. We've had extreme support all through this process from the City of Rochelle City Council, the City Manager, and staff. It's just been great. So for that, I'm just so happy to have this happen today. 6 years ago, I guess 5 years ago now it was, this was only a dream. And when I made the comment to the media 5 years ago when Global 3 closed, we're going to do whatever we can to get a city-owned intermodal transload yard. And thanks to Jason, his staff, and all the city staff and all the other folks I've already mentioned, they made it become a reality. So with that, that's really all I have. Thank you.
We're going to cut a ribbon here commemorating the moment, but before we do that, I want to also acknowledge and thank Kevin Mershon from the Burlington Junction Railroad, who does the actual operations of the railroad, switches these beautiful cars that have been landed here today in and out of here, and provides the intermodal service that we provide in Rochelle. Also, Bruns Construction for the equipment here today that is actually loading the corn from the trucks into the train. And at this point in time, we're going to cut the ribbon, blow the horn. Got ready to do that, and we're going to commemorate this this event. On three. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cut that ribbon! Yay!